Don't ever give up. Even if it's painful. Even if it's agonizing. Don't try to take the easy way out.
Zenitsu is a man of his word. Despite being this timid, shy, and seemingly foolish slayer, I believe Zenitsu can be described as the master of one. I happened to see Infinity Castle last month, and it was absolutely worth it. I was lucky enough for my theater to play in sub, and when I got to see Zenitsu's part being played, I just knew that man was the epitome of being locked in. For the funny people that watched the Hashira training arc, Zenitsu received a letter that he kept from Tanjiro and the audience. It was later revealed that Zenitsu's master committed seppuku, an honorable suicide in Japan. The letter was given to Zenitsu after Kaigaku became Upper Moon 6, and upon their reunion, Zenitsu visibly showed an immense feeling of disdain towards this demon, who he formerly saw as a rival and as a brother. The reunion between the two was very brief. The movie consisted of pretty much an entire season worth of action-packed content condensed into 2.5 hours. Enough said though, let's get right into the melting pot. Kaigaku begins throwing trash at Zenitsu, mocking him, asking if he's learned more than just the first form. Throughout the series, Zenitsu was known for not being capable of using anything but Thunderclap and Flash. I'm not a manga reader, so I don't actually know the reason. From the top of my head, it might have been Zenitsu's character nature and his lack of skill. Moreover, that doesn't make him weak in any regard. If you take a look at his past battles, what do you think they all have in common? The shocking part about the Kaigaku link-up is the fact that our yellow-haired boy is awake. Zenitsu has always relied on his fight or flight mode against seemingly powerful foes. It's often triggered when he feels overwhelmed, to the point where the only way he can showcase his strength is by being asleep. This in turn for the longest time begged the question of, when will Zenitsu stop fighting asleep? Which is why this confrontation has been one of the most anticipated in Demon Slayer. To reiterate, Zenitsu was furious. Kaigaku showed no shame to their master's death, even after knowing he is the reason why the former Thunder Hashira is gone. Of course, the version Kaigaku's reasoning is that,
oh, nobody valued me as a person, so why should I care?
Truly pathetic words of a loser. The Chad, Zenitsu isn't affected by his empty words. In fact, he replies that their master has no worthy successor, as both of them aren't dexterous to complete thunder breathing as a whole. Kaigaku is enraged. He unleashes fourth form Distant Thunder, channeling a series of lightning strikes to breach the wall. The exasperated Kaigaku is blitzed by Zenitsu, who pierces his neck in the blink of an eye. Kaigaku may be proficient in thunder breathing as a whole, but he lacks the fundamental mastery of the first form. Kaigaku became a demon after encountering Upper Moon 1. The presence of a very powerful person isn't shameful whatsoever. Kokushibo offered Kaigaku his blood, giving the boy a chance for Muzan to like him. I think if Muzan doesn't approve, he will probably either get sliced by Kokushibo or explode after you don't subscribe. Given that these two were trained under the same master, you would think that both, especially Kaigaku, would at least have decent morality. No, this guy verbally and physically tormented Zenitsu at every given chance they were together. Well, maybe except when they were both under the presence of Jigoro-san. Kaigaku felt punished for coexisting with a bum like the yellow french fry. To him, it was like going to see your friends, but having to bring your little brother with you because your mom said so. Kaigaku despised Zenitsu with every ounce and fiber of his body, and he didn't understand one bit why Jigoro favored him. So, to make himself feel better about it, he trains with an intent to always be ahead of Zenitsu. He knows Ramen Hair is only capable of the first form, so he belittles him, trashes him, and does whatever in his power for Zenitsu to remain under him. Really, this is the strongest form of jealousy, greed, cowardice. Name all the bad traits and place it on this man, because karma is a bitch. Kaigaku charges towards Zenitsu with the sixth form, Rumble and Flash. This sends Zenitsu flying through multiple corridors. The two keep up while Kaigaku taunts him, saying that,
"You're the master's favorite. I know you have more. Show it to me."
Zenitsu is slowly overwhelmed until he pushes Kaigaku back. In preparation to use Thunderclap and Flash, Kaigaku negates the attack like it's nothing and sends him flying with his third form, Thunderswarm. Given Kaigaku's versatility in his forms, Zenitsu is cornered as he tries to deflect all of Kaigaku's attacks. Zenitsu's limited mastery is why he's so predictable in the eyes of Upper Moon 6. Kaigaku charges up and inflicts radioactive poison. The demon takes a gander. He enables 6th form and positions Zenitsu next to the pit. Trust me guys, if you're still here, this is where it gets good, please. Why would you boast that you're stronger, faster, better as a demon when you haven't severed his head? It works the other way around, but as a demon, your pride and plot armor is the reason why you always lose.
No, I'm special. I'm different. Gramps made a huge mistake with you.
As Zenitsu descends the intricate design of Infinity Castle, he breaks the fall and latches to a wall ready to pull another Thunderclap and Flash. Something feels weird about Zenitsu's stance. Sure, he's doing the exact same pose that he does for his first form, but the lightning appears to be bigger, circulating the pit, reaching just beneath Kaigaku's feet. There are 6 forms and thunder breathing. Kaigaku, who is adept in all 5, possibly even modified it to his demon enhancement, Zenitsu, on the other hand, honed, perfected the art of the first form so well, another mysterious 7th is added to the list. Crafted by none other than Agatsuma Zenitsu himself, this is a state of the art that only he can perform, and it's poetically a very fitting end for a coward like him. Flaming Thunder God, a move that transcends the history of thunder breathing. Only through consistent hard training can Ram and Nezuko Loverboy pull it off. I think I've said it in a previous video. I essentially quoted, "I fear not the man who has practiced 10,000 kicks once, but I fear the man who has practiced one kick 10,000 times." If someone were to ask me, who would you rather fight, a jack of all trades or a master of one? Preferably none, but I choose the jack. The ability to channel all your energy into one technique is why hard work and dedication is precisely the reason why I'm hard. I really like the fact that Kaigaku ended up all alone. A character that was extremely good at being hated ended up being served and roasted by Yushiro. I literally cannot think of one good thing that Kaigaku did to consider him a decent person. Zenitsu is a character that always had more than what he appeared to be. I actually liked him more than Tanjiro because underdog characters that have potential behind their flaws are cool. He's a character that is strong, but can't pull it off due to self-esteem issues. It's not just Zenitsu too. Giyu the Water Hashira also struggles with his self-image, and throughout the show we know he's a very capable logical Hashira. Both characters influenced by Tanjiro have done incredible feats. If I recall in the Swordsman Village arc, against Han Tengu, Tanjiro couldn't keep up, so he channeled all his power into his feet to propel himself towards Han Tengu. Similar to what Tanjiro did, Zenitsu's Flaming Dragon looks like incorporated sun breathing, but it's really just used for visual flair. Arguably, people on Reddit would claim that it's direct tribute to Tanjiro's companionship, but I'll leave it up to debate. Zenitsu's creation of the 7th form is a result of his mastery over the first. Returning to the previous topic, Kaigaku couldn't grasp the first form at all. It's like skipping the tutorial of a fighting game and beating up your friend because they like to main one character, only to be destroyed in your rematch because they understand it and grasp the skill set by spending countless hours in practice. Demon Slayer is built on flashbacks. I tend to forget that after waiting almost 2 years of this movie, the way that flashbacks were utilized are great for those that need to brush up on character stories or are unfamiliar to this series. Wait, did I ever say that this movie was friendly to beginner watchers? Oh, whatever. In my case, it was bad. The movie stretched to almost 3 hours, and I get that since it's condensed, they wanted to maximize the shonen aspect of the back-to-back battles. But why did the flashbacks feel so long? I think they could have done better in a sense where it could have prevented interruption. If you're gonna make a long backstory, at least make me feel some type of way. I do not fucking care about this prick. He deserves what he got. The way they alternated between the backstory and the battles, it just killed the hype. This also applies to Akaza's backstory, but you know, Akaza's backstory was good, so I'll let that slide. That's also not the topic of this video. What the fuck am I saying? I think what would have been interesting is if they expanded more on Kaigaku's descent to the dark. They made such a grand thing, especially his betrayal to Jigoro-san. It actually kind of hurt that they only showcased him receiving blood from Upper Moon 1, and boom, he appears in front of Zenitsu. He was a quote-unquote brother figure to Zenitsu, so at least give him more than his transformation to a demon. And him being the reason why the kids Gyomei looked after are dead. I mean, what? After Yushiro comes to his rescue, Zenitsu sees his master on the other side of the river. He hollers, cries, tells Jigoro that he failed to take Kaigaku back, that he failed as a student and as a demon slayer. Jigoro looks at Zenitsu with pure happiness. Zenitsu, you are my pride and joy.